Day 42. It means I did survive day 41. So the last 6 miles were challenging. As soon as I recorded the video, the drizzling of the rain started. I was not proactive enough to put my poncho on. So by the time I was ready to put my poncho on, it was already heavy rain, and I only have succeeded to put my poncho on without assistance twice, and that was not that time. So I had pretty low mental point. I was in the heavy rain, hail, thunder and lightning, just crying, like really having this breakdown, like everything in my back is getting wet. So I somehow managed just to have my sleeves on and and my hood, but my backpack was not covered. So I'm walking. I'm still not certain if I will make it that 15 or 19 mile mark. And then in the middle of my crying and walking and being soaking wet, I see this one tent. So I walked up to the tent and said, hello, hello, excuse me, can you help me? And the kind man got out of the tent and he said, I have exactly the same poncho and exactly the same problem. And he covered my backpack. So I continued to the parking lot. There were some people trying to escape the rain, and I decided to make those extra 4 miles. So I did succeed with my 19, got to the shelter. Everything in my bag was semi-damp, but it was challenging walking through the heavy rain and hail and thunder and lightning, and I just kept checking, do I feel safe? You know, I'm in the nature, I'm at home, I feel safe. So I made it. What sucked about this morning is putting all your wet gear back on. That's something I do not like. I still don't mind walking in the rain when the temperature is warm, which it has been, and we are looking for a pretty steady week of the rain if the forecast is correct. Like today is just a little drizzle. We'll see how the other days go, but yeah, putting your wet stuff on is not pleasant. And then the other thing, my feet being soaking wet most of the day in the shoes that are wet, putting on socks that are wet, I'm a little bit afraid to develop some sort of raw feet issue going on. But I did put the back balm on my feet at night, so that seemed to be doing wonders. And today's plan is 15 miles to the shelter and the Grayson Islands. And Grayson Islands, oh my God, the ponies there were so beautiful, and just the landscape. And one of the big missings that I often discuss with my cousin here are the evergreen forests. Like, there are a lot of forests with like the leafy trees, but in Latvia we have like a lot of pines, a lot of hemlocks, and Grayson Island was that. It was just so many evergreens, and ponies just walking up to you, grazing. They supposedly are on a duty. They're doing a good job. They are eating down the hawthorns and briar and some other species that are keeping mountains from being overgrown because they want to keep them bold. So ponies actually are on a duty to keeping keeping mountains just the way how they need to be. Yeah, and looking forward finishing 15-mile day. Everything's good. Legs are good. Just feet are wet, and little attention needs to be spent that way. And then praying for not so rainy week ahead.